Following Trump's denial of the official death toll in Puerto Rico following the storm, Hurricane Maria, the governor of Puerto Rico actually pushed back against him, which is odd because he initially cooperated with Trump and agreed with him on everything. Let's hear what he has to say now.
How can we be, as the United States, how can we be the standard bearer of democracy in the world if we don't value democracy in our own backyard? How can we have over 3 million U.S. citizens that don't have the right to vote, that are disenfranchised, and that after the storm, it is evident that the treatment that was given, say, in Florida or in Texas was very different than the treatment given in Puerto Rico?
That's interesting. It's very different from what he had said previously, but I want you to jump in, Cenk, before I provide evidence of that.
Yeah, so the best case scenario for the governor is, well, look, I was being nice to Trump because we wanted federal help at that time, and the guy's an orange baby. And so he didn't say any of this, by the way. This is his defense if you were going to make one for him. And if you criticize him in any way or ask for help too aggressively, as the mayor of San Juan did, then he'll hate you forever, call you nasty, and then not give you anything. But as it turned out, he didn't help much anyway. So now he's turning around. My guess as to why the governor's turning around is he probably saw poll numbers in Puerto Rico and they hate Donald Trump. And he's like, no, me being nice to Donald Trump. I meant, Donald Trump didn't help us enough. Well, that's a little bit late there, brother.
Yeah, well, part of the problem with the official death toll was that there were politicians in Puerto Rico that weren't pushing enough to get the number updated. The number was at 64 until fairly recently. And by the way, if you don't know who Donald Trump is by now, then I worry about you because it shows an insane lack of judgment, right? Because he's shown us who he is. It's time that people actually believe who he is. So with that said, here's how he treated Donald Trump and his efforts in Puerto Rico previously. I'm gonna go to video 4, so I'm skipping ahead, but this is from October of 2017. Here is Governor Ricardo Rosselló.
I give ourselves a 10. We have provided so much, so fast. We were actually there before the storm hit. I would give a 10. I think we did a fantastic job, and we're being given credit. We have done a really great job, and I think our response was better than anyone has ever seen. Did the United States, did our government, when we came in, did we do a great job? Military, first responders, FEMA, did we do a great job?
You responded immediately, sir, and you did so. Tom and Brock, they have been on the phone with me essentially every day.
It's so embarrassing in so many ways.
But there's more. I want to go to the next video just to show you how Trump will use your statements against you.
He's not even from my party, and he started right at the beginning appreciating what we did. And he was tremendously supportive. And Governor, I just want to tell you that right from the beginning, this governor did not play politics. He didn't play it at all. He was saying it like it was, and he was giving us the highest grades. I also want to thank your Congresswoman. So Congresswoman Jennifer Gonzalez Colon, who I've watched the other day, and she was saying such nice things about all of the people that have worked so hard. Jennifer, do you think you could say a little bit what you said about us today? And it's not about me. It's
always about you.
Please, it's not about you. Okay. He thinks, by the way, as we stated earlier in the show, that the Democrats somehow invented the number of people killed to blame him.
Yeah.
No, they actually died. And the mayor of San Juan keeps saying, hey, it's not about you. Can you just respect the dead for 1 second? If you notice in the first video, he's like, when our government, the United States, came in, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. But okay, let's assume he meant the federal government and move on. Everybody's giving us a 10. In the second video, he was good from the beginning. He gave us the highest grades. It's not about you. There was a hurricane, all these people died. And more were dying as you were bragging about your score of 10 because you weren't getting them the help that they needed. And that's why so many people died. But he can't, he's such a narcissist. He can't think of anything but himself.
Look, the reason why this is such a big deal is not only were lives lost that didn't need to be lost, but it shows you, his lack of taking responsibility and also like learning from past mistakes and readjusting moving forward. And it's particularly important to learn lessons from past failures when it comes to hurricane relief. When you have deadly hurricanes happening on a yearly basis because of extreme weather conditions. I know that he's in denial about climate change. I know that there's a whole political party in this country who keeps pretending that they don't believe in climate change. But it's happening, and it's certainly contributing to severe weather conditions. It's exacerbating hurricane seasons. And we need to learn from that. We need to do something to not only mitigate that, but make sure that we're ready when these types of hurricanes strike. And if you have a president who thinks that he's fantastic at everything he does and refuses to take responsibility for his failures, how is he going to act moving forward?
So finally, why did Rosselló turn around and now tweak Donald Trump? I don't think that was criticism was significant. You want to see significant criticism? Let's go to graphic 21. Here's San Juan Mayor Carmen Cruz. Simply put, responding to Donald Trump's tweets that we read you earlier in the program. Delusional, paranoid, and unhinged from any sense of reality. Trump is so vain he thinks it's about him. No, it is not. And she went on to say, your lack of respect is appalling. So when you saw the governor earlier, that's not a very strong response. But the fact that he's even criticizing Trump at all, why? 80% of Puerto Ricans polled said that they were disappointed in how Trump handled the hurricane. I don't know who the other 20% are, but if you're trying to win re-election in Puerto Rico, you might not want to go against 80% of the people there. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below. Then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.